Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Polo J back with In the Red Corner Boxing with a new video and something that a lot of people have been asking questions about. How do you know a boxer wins a match? How do you score a bout? Well, I'll let you know that, the scoring system is used in professional boxing to, just get the ins and outs of something that's not so cut and dry. The scoring system used in professional boxing is called the 10-point must system. These are the basics for scoring a round. A judge a judge scores on a 10-point scale. Most rounds will end 10-9, with the more dominant boxer receiving 10 points, the other receiving 9. An example of that is, if you looking at a fight, dude seems like he's in there, he's being a little bit more aggressive or whatnot, but you don't know how to call it because it seemed pretty even, but one of them just seemed a little bit more aggressive. That's when you can do the 10-9. If a boxer is knocked down, he loses a point. If a boxer is knocked down twice, he loses 2 points. If both fighters are knocked down, the knockdowns cancel each other out. So, say for instance somebody's winning and it's a 10-9 round or whatever. If that boxer's knocked down, it'll go 10-8. That's an example of that. It's uncommon, but if a fighter completely dominates a round but doesn't score a knockdown, a judge can still score the round 10-8. It's rare, but it still happens occasionally. You know what I mean? If a judge deems the round completely even, both fighters receive 10 points. But that's rare. Sometimes you can tell a fix is in if that happens. Don't quote me on that though. When the referee sees fit, he can, take away a point or two for intentional fouls, like hitting below the belt, other little foul things like forearms and elbows and stuff like that. He can do that, the same thing for unintentional ones, but usually occurs after at least a warning. But serial offenders that like to hit below the belt, they only get like one warning, usually just one. What judges look for? While you probably do well relying on the eyeball test to determine the winner of each round, it helps to know what a judge is looking for. These are the things that help determine which fighter won a round. Effective aggression. Okay, this is a tricky one. Being aggressive gives the impression of dominance, but unless the boxer is landing shots and not constantly getting countered, it's not effectively effective, if that makes sense. Judges look for effective aggression where the aggressor constantly lands his punches and avoids those from his opponent. Like how Floyd likes to slip and move and does the shoulder roll and all that stuff. That suckers you into being aggressive, but your points don't really count for anything, and it looks like you're just swinging at the air. Another one is ring generalship. That's a fighter who controls the action and forces his will and his desires on the other opponent. Styles make fights. That's all I can say for that one. Defense. How well is a boxer slipping, parrying, and blocking punches? Good defense is important. Always remember that. Good defense is very important. Hard and clean punches. To the untrained eye, it can appear as if a boxer is landing a lot of shots, when in fact, most are being blocked or aren't landing flush. A judge needs to look for hard shots that can land clean. That leaves, a lot of room for human error in a boxing match. But I think that's one of the things that makes boxing so great, is the fact of the human error element. Okay, decisions. If a fight goes goes the distance or whatever, the result is determined by the scorecards. Okay. Unanimous decision. All three judges had the same fighter scoring more points. Unanimous. No question. You may question, but the judges don't question. Split decision. Two of the three judges had the same fighter scoring more points, and that's usually the winner, while the other judge had the other boxer scoring more points in at least one round or whatever, however they seen the fight. But that person always ends up being the loser. Majority decision. Two of the three judges had the same fighter scoring more points, while the other judge ruled the contest a draw. And that usually bothers me. That's the stuff that usually sets up rematches. And I think that they do that on purpose sometimes. I really do. A draw. A draw can occur when either two of the judges rule the contest a draw, or it can happen when one judge scores the bout for one fighter, another judge scores it for the other fighter, and the third judge usually scores it a draw. I don't like that. It goes back into the majority decision. I don't like that. I don't like that. Sometimes we as the fans, we know pretty cut and dry who wins a fight. But I think the refs, the promoters, and sometimes the sanctioning bodies, in my opinion, have their hands in a lot of the boxing politics and the propaganda that goes on with these fights. So they can set up rematches for more money or more crowd appeal and all this different type of stuff. I don't like it. But altogether, that's how you score a bout. That's how you judge a bout. That's everything. If you have any questions, you can hit me up at In the Red Corner Boxing. You can hit me up on Instagram, Polo_J_KC. You can hit up my boy Slick50 TV or GMT Boxing. All right, y'all. Peace. God loves you, and so do I.